Hi, it's Yoga for Misanthropes time again. How's it going? Hey, I'm here in my pajamas, also shamelessly plugging another thing I do, because I want to share with you another yoga exercise that I like to do a lot. I'm looking at myself and not the camera again. I gotta get used to this. This is a really basic yoga sequence of exercises that you pretty much learn the first time you take a yoga class, so I wanted to share this with you. And I'm here in my tiny studio apartment in my pajamas, so you can see you don't really need anything to be able to do this. Yay! Hi! So welcome back to Yoga for Misanthropes. This is the sun salutation, as my ex-husband used to do. No, it's more than that. This is another sequence that you have to do on each side, so I will show you the moves and describe the moves on the one side, then I will demonstrate and describe the breaths on the other side, then you can put them both together, and yoga means yoking. Who knew? Well, I did. You probably did too. So here we go. Very simple, very basic. You're supposed to do a sun salutation at the very beginning of the day, to salute the sun for rising, and again, at the end of the day, to say farewell to the sun for setting. So if you just do a sun salutation twice a day, you're gonna see a lot of awesome health improvements in your world, and isn't it great? I've been standing here like this. This is called mountain. I don't know if you're a Game of Thrones fan, but hey, whatever. And you just start breathing. I like to do mountain with my hands kind of pressed together and lower than normal, because why? Because it stretches my wrists, and I have really cranky wrists, so it feels really good. So remember that when you're standing straight up and down, I have lordosis in my lower back, so you can see my giant belly, but you can also see like my butt kind of sticks out. Try and see if you can point your tailbone at the floor. And when you're doing this by yourself, just breathe as long as you freaking want. You stay here for an hour if you feel like it. It feels great. Make sure your knees are soft. Whenever you feel like it's time to start, you're going to inhale and you're going to go up into what I call the Emmy Award position. Can you see why? See? Right? Yep. Emmy Award. So you do that. Big inhale, and then you take a big exhale, you swan dive over. So you're going to like flat back swan dive, even arched is fine. Over. And you're going to forward fold. So this is called a forward fold because you should be forward folded. Try and be as forwardly folded as you can. Pretend like you're a piece of paper and you're just folded in half. If you're like me and you like beer a lot, you might have a little bit in the way, and that's totally fine. So you're here in forward fold. Then you're going to put your hands on your thighs, and you're going to straighten your back. So you're like a number 7. See how my back is like either arched or like really parallel to the floor, right? This is actually really good for hangovers. It's called a kidney stretch as well. Fun fact. So kidney stretch, or yeah, that feels really good, or half stretch. Then you hang back, and you can hang over upside down like this in your forward fold for as long as you want. Just make sure you keep breathing. You can feel your spine do one of those, like, you know those toys that pop out like that? Like, so feel your spine do that. Feels good. Breathe as long as you want. Again, you just hang in all these positions for as long as you feel like. Then you're going to get into plank. So what I like to do is I like to walk my hands in front of me, walk my feet behind me, and just get super parallel. I'm lucky in that my tiny studio apartment has wooden floors, so I can like line myself up with these wooden slats, so it'll be nice and parallel to the floor. Yep. And then you lower yourself down until you touch the ground, and then you look up and you go like this into, well, it's cobra, so you can make hissing sounds if you feel like it. Yeah, whatever you want. Then you're gonna curl your toes under and stick your butt in the air. Like that. So this is downward dog. This is a classic yoga position. Here, I'll turn around so you can see it. And the idea is that this is a rest position. So you want to scoop your belly in just like you do in Pilates. Try and sink your chest between your shoulders. And what I like to describe this as is it's as though you're making a house of cards. So you're kind of like putting your legs and resting them right up against your torso, so you can just rest here. It's like the two halves of your body are just sort of balanced together. So you just do this as long as it feels good. I would say at least 3 breaths though, in my professional opinion. Whenever you're ready, the next inhale, you're gonna put one of your feet between your hands. I don't care which one, because we're gonna do both. I'll put my left foot between my hands for now. So now you're in this kind of low lunge kind of action. Abs at craft beer. Right, so now you're in this low lunge and it feels really good. And there are other things you can do from here if you're doing an advanced version of the sun salutation. We're not doing an advanced version, we're doing the basic version. So I'm gonna stay here. We're gonna breathe. We're gonna feel great. Again, as long as you want. A breath or two is good. Then, you're gonna get your back foot, that one that's way back there, get it up to this front foot, however you can. Just step there, and you're gonna be back in forward fold. And again, you can just hang out here as long as you want, forward fold. Yeah, whatever. Whenever you're ready, just go ahead and do this kidney stretch again. That feels so good. You could do 1 million of those a day. And then you're forward folding again. Make sure you're breathing, because the next time you breathe, it's going to be a really, really big inhale. And you're going to reverse swan dive up. So you're not going to roll your spine up and stack your vertebrae. No, no, no. You're going to reverse swan dive. It's like you're coming up. It's like you're a comic book character coming up out of the water. So big old inhale, reverse swan dive up, and go back into this Emmy Award position. And then you're going to come back into this. And you stay here and recover from all of that for as long as you need to. Make sure you're breathing. Notice that my feet are also hip width apart. They're not like too wide. And they're not glued together. This is a thing that is kind of the official way to do it in yoga land, just to glue your feet together. I don't like doing that. It makes me feel a little less stable than I'd like to be. So I like to have my feet hip width apart and just stand here in mountain. So that's the sequence. So we're going to do that same sequence on the other side of our body. What I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you when to breathe how, and I'll also try and breathe really loud so you can hear me doing it, okay? So whatever side you did last time, do the other side this time so you're nice and balanced. Okay, so we're standing here in mountain, in between. Take a big inhale and swoop your arms up into the Emmy Award. When your lungs are full, exhale into the swan dive. Inhale into that kidney stretch, and exhale it down. Then you inhale into the plank. So it's into the plank, and then you exhale as you lower. Bye. Then you inhale into the cobra. And you exhale down. Hissing sounds are optional. Good. Then inhale your butt into the air. And now you're in downward dog. So now you stay here for 3 full breaths. 3 to 5 is good. You can do longer if you want, but don't do less than 3. Yeah? And then when you're done with the 3rd exhale, you're going to inhale, and that's when you put your foot between your hands. Make the inhale the thing that puts the foot between your hands, like you're breathing it over there. And take a breath or 2, or as many as you want. I like to do around 3 in this position too, just because my quads especially, but also hamstrings a lot, tend to be really tight, so I like to just kind of hang out here for a bit. Next time you feel like you want to inhale, you want to move on, inhale your back foot to your front foot. And exhale into this forward fold. And again, I'm going to back up so you can see me. And you can again breathe here. You just breathe for as long as you want in forward fold especially. Forward fold is so good for so many muscles. It's good to lengthen this thing. It's good for your spine. It's so great. Whenever you're ready, your next inhale should be this kidney stretch. Breathe in to lift, and then Breathe out to let it go. And again, you should breathe at least once deeply. And whenever you're ready, your next inhale should be huge because you're going to go all the way up, swoop your arms up, all the way up into Emmy Awards. So it's going to go all the way up. You want to make sure you're breathing really deep, otherwise you're going to get really lightheaded. And then exhale, back down into your mountain pose. And ain't that just simple? This is the first thing you normally learn when you're taking yoga class, and it's easy to see why. It's just like so good for you. It challenges all kinds of stuff that needs challenging, but it's not hard to like remember. It's really easy to remember. So next time you're looking at the sun coming up or saying goodbye to the sun coming down, just go ahead and do a little sun salutation. So any questions, go ahead and email me, and I hope you're having a lovely time doing yoga for misanthropes. Thanks.